G'day guys. So as you can see, we're on foot today, just doing a little bit of a land-based wading sort of session down in the southern part of the bay on low tide. So the beauty of this kind of fishing is you don't have to have much gear to do it. Just a light rod, reel, some spare lures and maybe some spare leader if you're using braid. So anyone can basically come down here and do it. It's a good way to have a bit of fun, and you'd be surprised at what you can catch down here. It's a good idea to have a nice pair of reef shoes as well. There is a bit of coral, rocks, and the potential for a stonefish or whatever else down here, so always good to have a pair of reef shoes on hand. But anyway, hopefully we get something good. Let's get right into it. Nice blue swimmer crab in front of me. Wouldn't mind eating him for dinner. Netting, that's a good idea. Where'd you go? Eat one. Okay, now I've got to try and hold him. First creature of the day, wasn't even a fish. So as much as I'd love to take him home and turn him into a feed, I've got really nowhere to put him, and yeah, it'd kind of be just a waste having one, so oh well, you're the luckiest crab in the world. Ooh, there's a nice fish. So I've just got my first little bit of interest to this session. He feels alright. Especially for this little little hole. I get a lot of larger fish land-based here. He's not huge, he's just a little squire, but again, for here, so he doesn't bring in too many sharks. There we go. Alright, there you go guys. Nice little squire, land-based, well, wading out in the bay. Again, not a large fish, but they go really hard on brim gear. They're a lot of fun. Anyway, we'll get him back. Later, mate. Now, one thing, when you're fishing out on these flats, you will come across the odd shark. Like, just patrolling these slightly deeper edges, not abnormal at all, especially in summer, to come across sharks. I tend not to worry about them. They've never, caused me any trouble. I am more wary though if it's dirty water. I really don't like wading around out here, especially in sort of waist-high water if I can't see what's in front of me, because they will come in close for a look, but they always turn and dart off as soon as they notice that you're a bit bigger than they are. In saying that, I have seen sharks out here up around that sort of 6, maybe even 7 foot range, and really if it's dirty water you kind of don't want to be wading around with sharks like that, especially if you're catching fish, because I don't know, probably just up the risk of something going wrong. There we go, there's another fish. I don't know what this one is, it feels a bit different. Might be a flathead, I'm not sure though. It's not putting up much of a stink. Reasonable head shakes, yeah, it's a little flathead. Is it? Yeah, it is. He's hooked right in the mouth, so I'm not too worried. Okay guys, little dusky flathead. We'll let him go. See you, mate. So even though he had that in his mouth the majority of the fight, he still frayed the line up. And this will break at basically nothing, so always retire your leader after you catch a flathead. Well, always check at least. Yep, there we go, got him. Ooh. Oh, got me around something straight away. Bugger, must have been a grassy, that one. Bummer. Yep. Straight off on something. Ooh, yep, there we go. Ooh, I'll be lucky to land this, I reckon. I'll be lucky if he doesn't find something. Oh, it's looking more hopeful. Yeah, no, I got him. Oh, would you look at that? Get the net on there. Well, that's something new for here. I've never caught a spango here before. Maybe that's what's been dusting me up. Well, have a look at him, eh? So we've just got a lovely little spangled emperor here. Like I've said before, you can tell them apart by those little blue flecks. That different colour blue around the eye. Longer fish. And they've got more of a forked tail as well than the grassies. They've got that sharper, I don't know, sharper edge and more of a sweep in the tail, so good way to tell them apart. I've never caught one of these here before, so that's really great to see. Anyway, see you, mate. Yep, there we go. Ooh, come on, mate. I'm putting a fair bit of hurt on these fish. I'm only using 6-pound braid and 10-pound leader, but I'm got a fairly tight drag just to keep them out of the rocks. Like, there's quite a bit of structure out there, and most of the bigger fish I lose because they actually get me around something. Come here. Yeah, nice little squire, or probably more of a pink brim at that size. Again, not very large, but just good fun. Just walking along these flats out here. Yep, there we go. Oh, I dropped him. Bugger. Yep, there we go, he's back again. Oh, bit me off, big flathead, damn. That was my fault, I didn't really coin on to what it was in time. But he was heavy. That was a good fish, that was a very good fish. Oh, well, I tell a lie, he got me around something. He's taken my leader and everything, so don't know. It still felt like a big flathead, but there's a lot of stuff out there that can take you around. Bummer. Now, if you thought your last Tinder date was awkward, wait till you try tying an FG knot out here in the middle of nowhere with nothing to lean your rod against or anything like that. It'll, yeah, give you a new perspective on the word awkward. So I've got a new FG knot, new lure. Let's have another crack. See if we can actually get a bigger fish in. And in saying that, there's a lot of little bommies and old pieces of coral down in there that even flathead can actually bust you off just by swimming around and just collecting your line on something like. And again, the sweet lip and things like that will actually genuinely look for pieces of structure to get you around. So if you want to land every fish that you hook out here, yeah, you might want to go a little bit heavier than what I'm doing, but I don't know. I just prefer to have a little bit more sport when playing fish land-based. There we go, there's another fish. This feels maybe flathead-like. A little bit flathead-like. Maybe. I'm not great at always calling fish. No, completely wrong. Another spango. Is it? Oh, yeah, no. No, that's a grassy. There you go. Definitely not a flathead. Nice, pretty little grassy. About, sort of your average size you'll get maybe walking the flats land-based. You're not going to get a lot of bigger stuff walking the flats, but hey, on brim gear, you know, lots and lots of fun. Yep, there we go. Another fish. So I don't know if I've said this earlier, but I've just got the wind at my back and I'm just using it to punch out nice long casts into this deeper water. What have I got? Another little squire. Oh no, another little grassy. Yeah, and just to punch long casts out into this bit of deeper water I've got out here. You kind of want to punch out as long a cast as you can if you're fishing in fairly shallow water, because the fish can be quite spooky. But that extra bit of help from the wind is really helpful in just getting the lure right out past you, and you seldom have any issues spooking fish that way. Yeah, another little grassy. Oh! Whoa! Nice little run. I'm not sure what he is yet. I'm thinking he's probably a sweet lip. He could be a snapper, I'm not real sure yet. He's coming straight towards me at the moment. Until he gets a bit closer, then he'll freak out again probably. Is he going to freak out again? No. Little grassy. Tell you what, for not a very big fish, he had a great little first run on him. And gave up the ghost after that though. Hooked him in the side of the mouth. Oop, see you, mate. Oop, just had a little nudge. Yep, there we go, there's another one. I tell you what, they're not huge fish by any stretch of the imagination, but on this light gear, they're just good fun. Great way to kill a couple of hours, just walking the flats, pulling in a few fish. What do we got? Another grassy. About the same size as the last one. So it is, out in the boat you'll get bigger ones in the deeper water, but in here it's about average. So I'm just using a little red Z-Man paddle tail, 1/8 of an ounce jig head. I find fish both large and small will grab these things. I'm also throwing atomic palazzos every now and then as well. I find those two lures really cover your bases quite well when it comes to light tackle. Most fish will grab them. It's only yeah, it's only when I'm really struggling to catch a fish that I branch out and try a bunch of other lures, but those two types seem to be my favorite anyway. The fish tend to agree with me. Oh, there we go. Oh, what's this? I don't know. Another sweet lip, I think. Yeah, that one first good run, and ooh, he touched something then. I felt him touch something. Hopefully he didn't damage my line up too much. Can't feel it, that's alright. Can't feel any damage, but yeah, again, another little grassy. So, mate, well. Ooh. You're giving me a bit of zhuzh. Calling another grassy. I don't know, he came to the surface then. Oh, there he is. Hopefully there's not a shark on his tail, that would be a bit awkward. Is he? What is he? I don't know, a little snapper. Just check my feet for sharks. No, doesn't appear to be any that followed him in. Oh, little squire. Great fun. Right on top of one then, didn't even wind. Ooh. Bit of a run. Again, feeling like a grassy. There's just so many of them at the moment. Yeah, little grassy. Yeah, what can I say? There's no shortage of them. I still got this thing? God, it must be tiny if I still got it. Yeah, wow. I might have had it the whole time and just didn't know. Yeah, little tiny grass tusk fish. The second you grab them, they start kicking, so yeah. There we go. Ah, well, that's a cool way to end the day. There you go, guys. We'll end the session there, I reckon. Beautiful little spango. Again, this session's the first session I've ever caught these here, so it's good to see. They're very welcome. I love these little fish. But yeah. See you, mate. Alright guys, that's the end of the episode. Not a bad little session. I mean, I didn't get anything large, but that's alright. I don't expect that when I'm wading the flats. Was hoping for a decent flathead to show up, but it just didn't happen. Yeah, but I'll probably upload this episode as a bit of a bonus episode between episode 4 and 5. And I'll probably stop counting the episodes because I'll just lose track otherwise. But hope you guys enjoyed it anyway, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.